Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Luqman Al-Hakim bin Abdul Jabbar. Metric number 1181444. Today I will present about the rotation and the revolution of Earth. Okay, so regarding to the research problem, there are some research problem that we can find about this topic. First, about the change of day and night. As we know, there are some people. What is the relation between the revolution and the rotation of Earth with the change of day and night? And the second one about the flat Earth theory, that some people said that our universe or our Earth is a flat actually. And the last about the geocentric model, that is because some of people said that the Earth is the center of universe, not the sun. So the sun is revolve around the Earth. Okay, so based on the research problem, so in this slide I will tell about the firstly about the historical background about our universe, about the geocentric and the heliocentric, and the second one I will tell about the Earth movement and it what the phenomena that occurs because of the Earth movement. So about the historical background, first about geocentric model. This theory become the belief of the ancient people during that time. So the people who believe of this theory is the Aristotle in classical Greece and the Ptolemy in Roman Egypt. So the main idea of this theory is firstly, the Earth is the center of the universe, and because of this, the sun revolves around the Earth, and the Earth is a stationary object that remains on its place, as we can see in this picture. And the second one about the heliocentric model. This theory being used after the 16th century, and it was introduced by the Nicholas Copernicus through his composition named Commentaries. So the main idea of this theory is not the Earth, but the Sun is the center of the universe. So all the sphere of planet, that means the planets rotate around the Sun. And lastly, the stars are immovable objects. Okay, next I will tell about the Earth movement. As we see before this in the heliocentric theory, we say that the sun is the center of the universe, and other planets will rotate around the sun, and it also the Earth. So we can see the Earth is have the motion. So we can divide the motion of Earth into two types. That is the Earth rotation and the Earth revolution. Okay, about the Earth rotation. As we can see, the phase of the Earth rotation is the Earth is spinning on its axis with a tilt of 23.4 degree. So it's spinning not in 0 degree, but with a tilt of 23.4. And the speed rotation of the Earth is 1,667 kilometer per hour at the equator, and it takes about 23 hours and 56 minutes and 4 seconds to complete one rotation, or we can say about 24 hours that we use in our time. And the cause of the Earth's rotation is because it was both spinning by the force that formed our solar system. The young star collects dust and gas disks around him, and the gravitational orbit of the star made the dust and gas rotate. All the clumps have some kind of rotation and faster because of the angular momentum, and the inertia then makes the planet rotates on its axis unless something disturbs it. So we can say that the Earth become rotate because it was born spinning because of the inertia. Okay, then about the process day and night. So this process day and night is occur because of the spinning of the Earth on its axis, not because of the revolution of Earth around the sun. The Earth is rotated from west to east with counterclockwise. So that's why we see the sun always rise from the east and set in the west. The sun set a little until it completely set, and vice versa. Yeah, uh, and then the Earth is spinning on its axis with a tilt of 23.4 degree, as I said before this. And based on some verse of Quran, قال الله تعالى أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر والليل سابق النهار. From this ayat, we can see that Allah said that the process of day and night cannot proceed each other. And the last, the benefit of Allah create this day and night, because Allah create this and night for the benefit for the people to work and rest. Okay, so this is the picture about the Earth's rotation. As I mentioned before this, that the Earth rotate on its axis with a tilt of 23.4 degree, and it spin with a counterclockwise from the east to the west. And about the process day and night, as we see, there are some part of the earth have the light, so it will happen the day, and other part then that don't have the light of the sun, so it in that place there will occur the night. Okay, about the next, about the Earth revolution. So we can see the Earth revolution means a movement of the Earth planet around the sun. And about the revolution, not only the Earth but other planets also in our solar system also have this movement. The speed of the Earth revolution is 67,000 mph. That's mean 107,000 kilometer per hour. The accelerator of from the sun is we can see that very big radius, and it takes about 1 year or 365.2 days to complete a circle. So what cause the earth revolve around the sun? This is because the gravity of the sun that make the earth stays in the orbit. It also applies to other planets in our system, as I said before this, that other planets also revolve around the sun. This is because of the gravity of the sun. As we can see in the moon, it always orbits the earth and complete its orbital plane in 27 3.3 to 2 days, or approximately 27 days, because of the gravity force by the earth. Okay, next about the change of season. As we see about the first picture, about the earth revolve around the sun, and at the same time moon revolve around the earth. And in the second picture we see about the change of season. They have the winter solstice, summer solstice, autumn equinox, and vernal equinox. From this image we can see the equinox and solstice phenomena that has created the four types of season in northern and southern hemisphere, that are fall, summer, winter, and spring. During this equinox, the only season during that time that are fall and spring, while at the winter and summer only occur during the solstice. So the difference between solstice and equinox are the amount of day and night. So in the equinox, they will have the equal day and night at that place. But in the solstice, based on the place, if it is summer, they will have a long time of day. If while if the uh, during the winter, they will have a long day of night. Okay, in the conclusion, we can say that the change of day and night occur because of the Earth spinning on its axis, and it does not have any relation with the Earth's revolution. The thing that happened from this motion is only the change of season because of the equinox and solstice, and it only happened because of the tilt of the Earth. If the Earth spin without a tilt, so the change of season will not occur. And the last, about the geocentric theory and the universe, about the universe and the flat earth theory, is not true. As we see, there are many facts that are very different with the geocentric and the flat earth theory. So we can say that these two theories is not true. So this all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.